Afterlife Empire, a game about being a ghost and running your own haunted house. It's being developed by Autobotica and being published by the fine young capitalists who sent me a beta code. I've played the game for a couple of hours now, and unfortunately, my first impression is mainly characterized by things I feel it's lacking and issues it has. And although this is apparently some kind of beta build, the release is in 2 days. But first, let's talk about what it does have. When you start a new game, you are presented with a tutorial. It lays out everything you can do, more or less. It teaches you how to look around, which is by dragging with right click, and how to move, which is clicking with the left click. It teaches you that you can scare people, and that this will use up scare power, but get you some back for everyone you have scared. Scare power acts as this game's currency, and if you run out, you lose. Other key elements include scare traps, which do exactly what it sounds like they do. Passive items that scare anyone who comes near. House expansion, which is simply done by dragging a shape for tiles. Awareness management is what I'm going to call this element. As you scare people, your awareness goes up and down. If it gets too high, police come and then eventually bulldozers. You deal with this by not going overboard with your scares, and also by placing props which increase your awareness cap. There's also quite an impressive selection of special visitors, including this exorcist who will drain your scare power. Other visitors do things such as increase your awareness, deconstruct traps, or even kill other visitors. You typically deal with them simply by scaring them away. Using what you learn in the tutorial, your goal is to more or less just grow your house. As you do this, you will gain access to more ghost powers and also more things to buy for your house. Sounds absolutely hunky-dory. So what is it missing? Tooltips. The items aren't explained to you individually. I get it now, but it isn't well explained to begin with, and you sort of feel like you're running blind. And to have your goals effectively be increasing certain numbers hurts what personality they'd built. It's not really a sandbox, and it doesn't really have a sense of direction. Your little ghost friend is stuck in purgatory. It just really lacks polish, to the point it honestly feels like I'm using some kind of paint tool rather than scaring people. And as far as options go, the only ones I can see are to change sound effect and music volume. There are some cool ideas here, and being rough around the edges wouldn't be the end of the world, but there are some bigger problems. I have found crashes to be extremely frequent, to the point where I do not want to touch this game again until it is fixed. I also find it incredibly irritating that you don't seem to be able to go back on anything. You can get rid of props, but it's not clear to me how you get rid of anything else or undo anything else. You can apparently put yourself into situations where you are screwed. Whatever I had done set up the game to just spawn an unstoppable horde, and whenever it seemed like I was dealing with it, the game would crash. Then, when I started a new game to try a mellow setup again, the game crashed. And then when I reloaded, it presented me with the house that was previously in that save slot. Frustrating for obvious reasons, but also because Afterlife Empire should be a really good game. I'm no game dev, but it seems to me like the hard work is done. They've got some cool mechanics, they've got a great idea, but the way they've presented it and exactly how things work is just off and means it falls flat. Unless something happens between now and release in 2 days, I'd say hold off and see if they improve it, because the build of the game that I'm playing right now is a little bit more just dead than undead. But, as usual, that's just another one of my harmful opinions.